we've been dropping a song every week. Every Wednesday we drop a new song.
Until
I
our
read
LP's
that.
out.
Yeah, it's been going pretty well. So it just gets
That's
better and
cool.
better. Yeah, nothing but
You know,
bangers.
that's the beautiful thing about making music,
Right.
and
Yeah,
little
sticking out for sure.
colors.
So
So
how was your day?
AFS, my day is always great, because we get to share all this talent with the world and discover what people are creating all over. I'm an artist too, and I'm a keyboard player, singer, and just it's so much fun. I've been doing it since I was a kid, so it's a lifelong joy, and we're always learning and finding new tricks, and it's a lot of fun.
No doubt.
Always figuring out something.
Yeah.
AFS, dude.
So always bleeping something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself. So who's who?
Sean, guitarist and vocals.
I'm Turtle. I play drums.
And I'm Brandon. I do bass guitar, and I'll be doing some backup vocals on some songs too.
Turbo, did you happen to watch the Raider game?
It's turtle, like a turtle.
Like a tortoise, but not.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Tortuga.
Okay.
Turbo. You call him Turbo.
That's what
I'm gonna call him Turbo now.
Yeah.
Just like Jeff got her nickname.
Jeff and Turbo.
You said drums though, right?
I do play drums, yes.
You kind of have to be turbocharged to do that anyway. So
I'm the fastest turtle around.
That's for sure. Yeah.
our Raiders disappointed today, unfortunately. Again.
Yeah. Have you been to the new stadium, I'm assuming?
What's that?
You've seen games at the new stadium?
Yes.
I haven't got to go there yet. We want to get to Vegas maybe around like May or something like that, I think. And
that's a good time to go because it's not too hot yet, and the stadium's awesome. They really did a great job with it, so we're proud. We're proud of that. And
I got family out there too, so that was super rad.
Now you got a place to crash, right?
Yeah, exactly. Save us money on our road trip.
Then you got more money for place your bets and have a little fun on the town.
Or playing more shows is probably what we spend our money on. Gas money to get where we gotta be. Yeah.
You time it right. There's all kinds of, festivals and things that happen year round. So from races to, with the sports stuff happening, there's something to do all the time. So
yeah.
Awesome. So Crescent City, California, where is that? Is that Northern California?
It's as north it's as north and west as you can get in California. We're literally right on the ocean and right on the Oregon border. You can almost throw a rock from where I live right here in this house. So it's probably 2 miles, less than 2 miles to the ocean from here in this house, and then maybe 12 miles to the border. So we're right in the top left corner.
That's cool. That's fun.
We're almost Oregon.
Yeah.
But
you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Exactly. We have the redwoods, we have the rivers, we have the oceans, we have everything you could want up here. And now we're trying to build the music scene because then we'll have the best of everything.
So are you kind of trailblazers when it comes to the punk rock side where you are, or are there others?
Well, me and him grew up in LA. I'm the newest out here. I only came here like 6 months ago. I came to see him, and then I got stranded. So we started AFS, and then he heard me and him playing, jumped in, and made the band go from 0 to 100 real quick.
I was in a band called Dumpster Puppies, and we kind of started building the music scene up. And then I was telling him what was happening, and then Sean was like, "Oh, I'll come hang out." And then once again, stranded.
Yeah. Lost my car.
Yeah.
Lost everything.
And then Brandon heard it and was like, "Dude, I can make that better." And we're like, "All right, let's make it better. Let's get it." And we've been doing nothing but getting it ever since.
That's awesome. And that's so cool. Just the way things just naturally, just organically just develop and evolve.
Like fate. Right.
Yeah.
It is fate. Yeah.
We have a song called Fate.
Yeah,
actually.
It stands for everything that exists.
Bleep everything that exists.
Yeah. So not quite
Yeah,
as
no,
positive. Not quite as
Bleep
positive
it
as
for you to
that.
decide.
no,
Yeah.
our substitute words are perfect. The audience, it may take them a second to catch on, but they'll get it.
Right.
So
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
fun. And you know,
we're
I
AFS.
love
We have a lot of bad words in everything we do, and that's just we're all about like
Yeah, there's always
bleep society, bleep this, bleep that. Let's all just be together, be united,
Bleep
have fun
everything that
together.
exists.
Yeah. Let's just have a good time, dude. That's what it's all about.
and you know, life has a lot of bleeps in it. So, you know, it's
Life
real.
bleeping this
So
up,
we gotta
dude.
we
100%.
Life bleeping sucks. I love bleeping. There's a bunch of bleeps everywhere, you know.
we have to speak our truth, you know. It happens all different ways. I like how you say you got stranded, but you know, you weren't really stranded. You ended up exactly where you were supposed to be. So,
Right.
you know,
With your brother. It's
that's
like it was
really
fate,
cool.
dude.
Yeah.
So
You're with your brothers, man.
you've been working on an album. You've got an album that's coming out early next year,
Yep,
2026.
January at some point. Yeah.
Or we're shooting for January 23rd.
There's going to be the release party, but it'll be done before that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
One, two,
it'll drop on the
3.
23rd of January. So we're gonna do like a release show at the Porta Pints bar in the harbor here, and have a couple other local bands that are featured on it, and kind of some regional bands as well, probably 4 or 5 together. And we have like half of it done. We have the EP, that Rock Bottom EP that was the title track that you guys heard on the last episode. And then we've been doing a track a week ever since we put that out. So we'll go back and remaster all of those tracks, add 6 more, and have like a full LP on January 23rd.
13 songs on our LP.
It'll be 13 total, yeah, a bonus track at the end of that as well.
Cool. And yeah, so your single Rock Bottom was just featured recently on the halftime segment in the Second Opinion Sports Show, which airs weekly on the CW in Eastern North Carolina. So the East Coast got a little taste of some of what you're putting together, and now our neighbors in Las Vegas are gonna and across the nation are gonna be hearing you again and meeting you through the show. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're stoked for sure.
Yeah, definitely excited for sure.
It's bleeping awesome.
Bleep, yeah.
It is, and you know when you guys just really meld well together, and you know it's really cool. So
if you put 3 brothers in the same room together, we all tend to mesh well. So we are like the chosen family. We are family that chose each other. So
where did it all start? The two of you were from Los Angeles originally.
Yes.
That's where AFS originally started. Was me and
was
him.
music kind of always a thing?
Yeah, we grew up playing music since we were 12, 13, and
Our bands used
me
to
and
play
him were
together.
in separate bands when we were growing up. Later on, me and him would just drink and play music in the garage, and so we wrote some songs, and then after we wrote a few songs, he moved out here to Crescent City. So we're like, oh, there goes that project. And then I ended up coming out here to see him for a couple days and
Got stuck.
So we were playing our songs at local shows out here. We played it like 2 or 3 times, and Brandon heard us playing at a show. And we didn't have a bassist. It was just me and him playing. So he's like, hey, if I throw a bass on there, I can make it lay down some sick bass. And we're like, all right, well, let's try it. Let's go. And so he jumped in, and then now we're AFS. Like now we're the band, you know? So that's how it all kind of that and something with a stripper, but
Yes. That's a different.
You'll find that's part of the story when you go to Vegas too, more than likely. So there's always a story there somewhere.
There's always a stripper.
And what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas.
Always
bleeping strippers.
So what's next? What's really the ultimate goal for what you guys are putting out? Where do you see it going?
It's countrywide tour is what we're going for.
Yeah, we're trying to we're getting that out on the 23rd of January, and then we're kind of trying to prepare for like a 2.5 month tour kind of do like a West Coast thing, go all the way down to probably down to LA somewhere, maybe even San Diego, and then over to Vegas, over to Phoenix for a couple weeks, and then back to Vegas and back up, go through like Medford, Oregon, and
Pretty much a tour is what we have in mind, is that's what we're getting
Yeah.
ready for. Because now we've been putting out a song a week, which is, obviously pretty hard for any band to do. It takes a lot of getting together, stop bumping heads, and just make it happen.
And
And
creativity.
so, yeah, exactly, creativity. And so now we have to take those songs that we put together in a week and master them and play them perfectly. Take that on the road is what we're going for.
we live in a really small area, so there's not a lot of
Fun.
opportunity for a lot of shows or growth here. So we kind of have to travel around to get anything anywhere. The population's like 8,000 here or something like that. So we're in a pretty small little corner of California.
And sometimes you
Right.
have to leave home to make money, and doing different
Right.
things, but especially in music and artistry, you have to go to where the fans are and go to where that scene
Right.
is, where you can
Where the people that
find
will
your
show
people,
up
you
are,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah,
Well,
we're pretty much just ready to put our music out there for everybody to hear us, and we're ready to go have people get punched in the face in the mosh pit and just have a good time. Let's just go enjoy ourselves, because that's what punk rock's all about.
Yeah.
it is, and an underground form of rebellion and, speaking our mind and getting away with some things and stuff. Just,
Right.
I don't want to go as far as to say anarchy, because there is a little bit of order to things, but
Yeah,
you know,
you have to have anarchy would never work without some sort of structure. So I mean, it just
It's
it,
kind of
Right.
catch 22.
yeah, exactly. But yeah,
so
totally.
influences in favorite artists of the past that maybe influenced you, what you're doing now.
Capitalist casualties for sure.
Yeah, there's
So many.
It's hard to say.
My favorite band in the whole world is Capitalist Casualties.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's one of those underground bands that not many people know of, but
You ever heard of Gigi Allen?
that's also a good
Where
one.
are they from?
Gigi Allen? Just look him up. Look up a live show. It's awesome. You'll love it.
It's probably Virginia or something though. Right?
Maybe.
He is from Virginia, yeah.
But I don't know. There's lots of old punk bands.
Don't tell people.
Rotten's really good.
You should have him on sometime.
Shut the fuck.
Sorry.
Shut up, Sean.
All right.
Hey, maybe you can make
yeah.
maybe you can make that connection. I mean, collaborate. Who knows? Sometimes it
Yeah.
takes you could DM somebody and be in the studio with them next week. Say, hey, let's do something.
Yeah,
So-
he just died a long time ago, so that's not nothing, Sean.
He lives forever.
He will live
Sean's
forever.
heart.
Sorry, we're a bunch
Well,
of jerks.
Well, actually, my co-host Slykat did a project with the DC Stalin Vega. If you're familiar with any of his work in the punk rock scene, so with his widow, they actually did an album project, and that was pretty cool. And we were able to resurrect some of Alan's voice and things from some previous stuff when he was living. So,
I'm pretty sure I know.
I think it's pretty old. Like, I think it's like, when was that? I kind of looked up some stuff about it, but I'm not super acquainted with his music.
Who is it?
What was it? Vega?
Alan Vega,
Yeah.
80s,
Yeah,
kind of 80s, early 90s.
right.
See,
Yeah, I was listening
CBGB.
to it stuff too. Yeah, it's super. It's in the pocket to where we could be right there playing with him for sure.
I'll have to check it out.
Opening shows for him or him opening shows for us, because
Yeah. And there's a lot of crossover, opportunity too, to
Right.
gain new
And that-
fans.
And that right there
And-
is what's best about the punk scene, is that we have people that listen to metal, there's people that listen to punk rock, there's people that listen to grindcore, power violence, but we all can connect in one genre, which is punk rock, which is what we play, and we play all different genres of it. Every song's a little different,
And don't rule out Texas. There's there's a scene for that there too.
Oh, there's a
So,
lot of cool shit in Texas. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff in Texas, no doubt.
yeah.
There's a band called I Am actually that's a really big influence of mine guitar wise, and they're a little more heavy metal kind of stuff, but they're from Texas, and I definitely like them. Kublai Khan,
Yeah,
Kublai Khan's another really cool one. I'm thinking of just Texas bands.
Yeah, they definitely have a bunch of good stuff coming out of there.
Yeah.
Now, you guys get along really, really well. And, you know, some of the problems that bands face a lot of times is ego. They like to say creative differences, but we know that some of the drama that goes along with working with others that just, you know, are always right makes it difficult sometimes. So what can you tell other artists about kind of working together and kind of letting the, you know, letting ego and things get in the way? Because I think it's important for other groups, because there's a lot of artists that watch this show. So
it's the hardest part about being in a band is not having your ego overinflate this other guy's ego or his ego. Put yours down. Like literally, you just got to sit there and have that frustration and put that frustration into the music.
Yeah, like,
and then come back the next day and get it. Literally.
Yeah, like for example, one time me and him kind of were going at it in the studio, and he's like, "Wait, see like right there? Put that energy into your vocals right there. Say it just like that." And I turned around and just screamed into the mic, and he's like, "Boom!" So we turned that's what we were talking about. Yeah. Turned that negative energy into something positive that killed the song and made it even better, you know. And then we laughed about it afterwards. You know?
Yeah. You just have to be able to just get over your differences and be able to take whatever frustration you have together and put that into your music and make that part of your song and make that anger, that frustration, that stuff that in punk rock that you want to hear. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to hear like a sad crybaby punk rock song. You want to hear like a frustrated destroy the system song. You know what I mean? And so that's what we take our frustrations, put it together, and just deal with it together, put it into our music, and make it a song. Like that's the only way you can deal with it as a band without it destroying your whole band.
No doubt.
That's a great way of putting it and breaking it down. Thank you for saying that. And what are you sipping on over there?
He's got water.
Yeah.
High quality H2O.
Yeah. Water sucks.
It really, really sucks. But Sean is sober, so he drinks a lot of water.
Hey, that keeps us young, keeps us alive.
Yes, ma'am.
So one more question for you. Well, I got another question for you. The name of the show is called Mental Margarita for a reason. It's about finding your escape, your getaway. Pretty sure music is it for you guys. But when it gets a little crazy and hectic out there, what's your way to find center, kind of get away from it all? You can decide who goes first on.
That's all you, Sean.
What?
Okay, I'll go first. All right. So for me, my mental getaway is like after the rainy season or the sprinkle season up here, because it rains all the time. I love to go mushroom hunting. Like just to go in nature and look for mushrooms. Like that is what I like to do. That's my escape other than music. If I'm trying to if I'm really mad and I just want to get my frustrations out, I'm gonna go beat up my drum set. You know what I mean? Like that's my best getaway. But you know, if I'm not frustrated and life's going good, then I'm just gonna go mushroom hunting, take my kids, we're gonna have a good time or go on the beach. Because we live up here to where everything is right here. We can go to the beach or go to the river or go mushroom hunting in the forest because it's all within a 10-minute drive from where we are at.
That's cool. And going mushroom hunting, I imagine you know which ones are good and which ones aren't.
Yeah, so, I have a whole book on it. Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I'm definitely looking to do it because I don't want to eat some, poison death caps or something.
Right. Mushrooms rock, though. They're like a superfood. They're air breathers like we are. It's kind of cool.
They're one of the first things that this planet ever had. Like mushrooms are what just broke up the rocks that made sand. Like, yeah, mycelium is a very good thing.
Yes, it is. All right, who's next?
I do photography and journalism and write poetry and play music. That's about it.
That's cool. That gives you you got options. So depend on whatever you feel needs to fill that space.
Yes, ma'am.
For For me, I ride motorcycles and I like to work on cars and motorcycles and stuff. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, so I primarily started playing drums. I play guitar as well. The studio that we're sitting in it's all a bunch of my stuff. And then kind of like the live stuff is at Turtle's house. So this is literally the room where we record everything in. Behind where the camera is right now is the mixing board and the monitors and guitars on the walls and all that stuff, and the drum set's behind you that's going direct in. So this is kind of my space to like decompress and whatnot. And if it's not in the home in the studio doing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, then I'll go get on my bike and rip around by the ocean or through the redwoods and get some two-wheel therapy, basically.
Nice. And that's cool that you've invited us into the space where you create and make all this music happen. So it's pretty cool. How do the fans follow you? People want to stay in touch, find out when that new album comes out. How do they keep in contact? How do they connect?
Where's our QR code?
We got Facebook, we got Instagram, we're on Spotify. Spotify would be the completely spelled out AFS acronym. On Facebook itself, it'd be AFS specifically. Not sure if this works through the screen, but we have QR codes that link to our link tree with all of our stuff on all the platforms.
We'll make sure we get that so we can share that.
We
with
can send
everyone.
you it too. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be rad.
Cool. Well, we're looking forward to those updates, and man, maybe that tour coming up can include Vegas too. So we gotta bring you out there
That's
for
the
sure.
plan.
If you have the hookup, we would love to find some venues to play at out there for sure.
I have a lot of family that lives out there, so it'd be cool to go visit my family while we go play some shows.
Or anybody watching that wants to reach out. What we got, our email would be afs.cc.band@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You
Anybody
froze
with
there
any
for a
connections?
second. Say that one more time. Your email address is
afs.cc.band@gmail.com.
all right. Awesome. And the Punk Rock Museum is here in Vegas. So
my goodness.
Love to play there.
And
That would be amazing.
and they have a
Balls,
killer
dude.
tattoo shop too, right next door. So
Would definitely utilize that as well.
I like tattoos for sure.
Yeah, we actually all just got matching AFS tattoos last night.
that's cool. Awesome. See, now the band can never break up. So you guys
We're
are
brothers forever, so it's all good either way.
in it for life. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We enjoyed
thanks for
having
having
you,
us.
and keep in touch for those updates so we know when everything's coming out and you guys are hitting the road. Okay.
Every Wednesday,
Yeah.
look forward to a song coming out on
At
Spotify.
least the next 3 weeks, because then we'll have our LP done,
Yeah,
and then be looking for our CD.
then our full album will be out. Yeah,
Awesome.
we got three more
Awesome.
Wednesdays.
All right, guys. AFS.
All right.
This is
remember,
the band to
there's always
follow.
something.
Always
This is
after
your
something.
punk rock, your punk rock destination.
There you go.
All right,
Hey.
guys.
Something to do with my
We'll
hand.
see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Wanna see me when I'm there? I put the shimmy all around. Play a man into a gun, and to a loaded gun. Put the Man, just trying to make this work. You know, we've been trying to connect for a few minutes, and it was getting to the point where I was going to pull out the rest of my hair.
I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah, who you, man? Look, I got all the hats. I just got off work, so it's all good.
Well, welcome to the Mental Margarita Show, man. And let me tell you something. For the audience that's tuning in right now, I got Big Black Brother Nasty, aka MC
Maurice Artis. Yes, for real. Vintage authentic hip hop. All right, make that very clear. Vintage authentic hip hop. Yes, 100% pure.
Wow.
Yes, that's where we at.
And that means a whole lot to you. I mean, I know it means a whole lot to me because I think we had a little brief conversation.
You have no idea. I hate the term old school. They use that to separate us, the old from the young from the new from, I mean, it's a derogatory term. So I've been just trying to push that vintage authentic. Give me the same respect you give Mick Jagger. Give me the same respect you give Bette Miller. You call them classic. That's classic rock and roll. So don't diss us and call us old school. That's derogatory. Let's clear that up. This is that vintage authentic. This is that 100% pure. This is that Noriega. This is that blow before you know. You know what I'm saying? That booger shoot. That's what it is.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Exactly,
and I love how you said that. Classic, man, because that's what it really is. And it's okay for the classic to exist. And some of the newer music, you know, that's out today, you know, as far as the new artists, for them, everybody can exist, man. You know what I mean?
There's a lane. It's a highway. You feel me, DJ? It's a highway. You don't know what I'm saying. There's so many lanes on this highway. So don't just try to put us on I-35. We roll I-10. We do 270, 59 South. We hit every point where we can get that dope to your community. So don't just say we coming up to I-35. No, man, we're going to do some back roads. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're going to be on roads that ain't even on the map. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we travel that way. So just let us be, man, but don't try to put us in the box and tell us which way we're supposed to go. I don't ever want to tell nobody which way they're supposed to go. We need everybody. We need the young mumbling, just like we need us old guys standing where you can understand every word we say. We need everybody to make this thing work. I love everything. I need the strippers that rap. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I love the strippers that rap. I love the women that went to college that rap. I love the guys from the ghetto that rap. I love the guys that play ball and rap. I just love hip hop, man. I don't care.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And so this love that you're talking about, when did it start for you? Take us back, man. First and foremost, where are you from? Tell the audience where you're from and all that good stuff.
Well, dig this. I'm like the wrestler. I'm from parts unknown. I'm a military brat. My daddy was raised and he took us to Germany. I have a brother born over there. He even got a green card from Germany. He got dual citizenship. He was born in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. I was raised Fort Lewis, Fort Polk, Fort Hood, Fort Belvoir. We traveled a lot. He did 30 years in the Army. So I'm basically a melting pot of every hood, every ghetto you know. Every MLK. Yes, every MLK. California MLK, Dallas MLK, Houston MLK. I'm MLK's baby. The worst street in America is the blackest street in America. And if you want to be there, you got to go to an MLK. Yes.
That's the truth. That is the dang truth, man.
You know
Absolutely.
What I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, hip hop something like immediately for you as soon as you heard it?
You want to be honest? I'm an older statesman. The very first time I seen Run DMC, I'm 6'9". I mean, I'm a 7-footer. Listen, I see Run DMC, I tell my mama, take this basketball. That's what I want to do. From the very I'm telling my age, 1986, I saw Run DMC and I knew right then and there, that's the only thing I ever wanted to do. I took the scholarship to play ball, but my heart has always been hip hop.
Wow. Was it the Raising
Yeah.
Hell tour?
No, this was the this is the King of Rock. This is Fresh
The
Fest,
King of Rock.
1987.
Okay.
The King of Rock. Yeah, this was right after they first hit the King of Rock tour, man. 1987, Fresh Fest
Man,
came through. I saw it in Dallas at Reunion Arena. I was never the same
oh,
after that.
never the
Never the
same,
same.
man. Never the same.
Never the same. I remember
You
the
know what?
lineup, Run DMC. I remember it.
Was
Go
Stevie
ahead.
on there?
No, it was Run DMC, Public Enemy, EPMD,
Ooh.
what was that? Oh, Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff and Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh.
Fresh Fest,
Oh.
1987. You could Google
Now
it,
you
see the
talk.
lineup. Yes, I'm telling my age. I don't give a damn. I'm old, but I'm authentic, baby. But yeah, that was what sold me on hip hop. I've never been the same since then.
Wow.
I actually, look, I had a full scholarship to Texas Tech University. After seeing them, I gave them their scholarship. I bounced. I wanted to do hip hop. I'm a 7-footer, 7 foot, 300 pounds. I saw them, I gave them that scholarship. And I've been hip hopping ever since then, baby.
Wow,
Haven't
that's
looked back.
something else. So
Haven't
you
looked back,
love hip
man.
hop that much? You just said forget the scholarship, playing ball. I'm gonna get behind the microphone. When was the first time you actually spit a rhyme?
1984. I used to rap all the Run DMC. Listen, I used to do their songs. I used to do It's Like That and Sucker MCs. I would just rap them over and over. Then I started mixing up the words. That was the first time when Run DMC changed my life. If it wasn't no Run
Wow,
DMC, we wouldn't be talking right now. We wouldn't even be talking.
that's so
That's how much it means
that's
to
something,
me, yeah. And no matter what I
man.
did,
Run
it's always
DMC
been
was
hip
so
hop.
cool.
Yes, and
Wow.
yeah, that was what changed it for me, man. I was sold after that.
And so now you're progressing. You decide that you actually want to be an MC. Tell me about
Look,
that first time in that studio.
let me tell you something. I took 20 years off, worked 20 years at the state hospital, decided now it's time. Took my pension and went on the road, and that's where we at now. I can't even begin to tell you to start this at 47 years old to be the first round draft pick, the oldest first round draft pick in the history of the world. At 47 years old, after having the mic sit for 20 years, I said, damn it, now's the time. I done worked 20 years for the state. Let me do something for me. And that's where we at right now. And it's been a minute. I'm gonna be honest. It was a rough road because it's a young man's game. Yes, it's a young man's game. But I'm here now. Yeah, 10,000 followers. Yes, 10,000 followers. It took me 5 years. You hear me? I dropped this in 2008. Was it 2019? Is when I started this journey. I quit the state after 20 years and went on this journey. And here we are. I'm 10,000 followers deep. It took me 5 years to build my brand, and I stick to it, man. I just do it the way the architects did it. I don't care what nobody else do it. Do what you do. Let me do my thing. My thing is vintage authentic hip hop, and we 10,000 followers, and 5 years later, 150,000 streams. I can't even begin to tell you the love that I've gotten since I started doing this. It was some hate at first, but the love is so big, it's ridiculous, man.
Wow. And like I was asking you, because you're so excited, man. I'm feeling the energy. But do you recall when you were in the studio the first time you were in the studio? Do you recall that moment?
Yeah. I remember, you know what it was like? It was like losing my virginity to see the buttons, the lights, and them talking about, get ready, we gonna clue you in, we gonna punch you in. The headphones, being in the booth for the first time. It was like learning how to shit. It was like learning how to boo-boo. You remember mama put you on the toilet, you had to sit there till you boo-boo when she was training you. And I just sat back there and they said, when the beat drop, I'm gonna give you a go and you go. And I'll never forget it. I can see it was like, man, it's the most beautiful thing in the world, man. It's like, there's nothing. I'm not even my daughter being born, there's nothing that compares to the feeling of creating something that out of nowhere, the putting it together, the beats, the rhymes, the cuts, the scratch, the backgrounds. I love that more than I love sex, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Nothing compares to this. There's nothing. I will be doing this with an IV in my arm, with carrying my oxygen tank, because them blunts are tied up with me. And I'm gonna be rapping with that thing on my face. That's how much. You're gonna have to pull a casket on the stage, okay? I'm for real, DJ. You got to put the casket on. Take me away, man. This is what it's about, man. It's hip-hop, baby.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm
hip-hop, baby.
loving it. I'm loving it. So what are the new music that you're working on now?
We got Artis Odorous. It comes out December the 14th. The first single from it.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Artis, you can Google that. Artis Odorous. It's a beautiful ugly. Okay, that's what it means in French. The most beautiful ugly you can ever see. Artis Odorous. That comes out December the 14th. But before that, we dropping Doing Me Wrong. The grown man hip hop. This is some grown folk stuff. If you under 20, you ain't gonna feel this. Doing Me Wrong. Ain't nothing like a woman that you give her everything and she turn around and shit on you. You know what I mean? You done stood by her 100%. You done been her backbone. And once she get on, she turn her back on you. Doing Me Wrong. November the 28th. That's the jump off. I guarantee you. Yeah, that's my baby. You ain't even heard nothing like this. This is grown man, heartfelt. This is for everybody who's had their heart broken. And what do you do after your heart broken? Pain is creativity's best medicine. When I'm in pain, I create. And I took the broken heart. My girlfriend, she decided to move to Oklahoma. What black man want to move to Oklahoma? I told her, you got to bounce. I said, my grandbaby here, my daughter here. Ain't nothing in Oklahoma but Bigfoot. I'm good. So she left just out of the blue. She said she wanted, and she left me. I took that pain and I turned that into Doing Me Wrong. And that's the first single. I was retired. You hear me? I was pretty much put the mic down. But pain is creativity's best medicine. I created some of my best work. 15 songs, I guarantee you, they'll change the way people look at hip hop when you over 45. Okay? This is gonna change the game. Yeah. And that's what I'm offering. I'm giving people an option.
It seems to me, man, she might have done you a favor.
Hey, Quad Skip, I'm so glad she did it. The music, hey, look, when you've been in the game as long as I've been, and to create something that makes you say, man, I couldn't believe it don't even sound like me. I'm so proud of this. And when people hear it, they're going to be like, there's no way this man is over 45. He's killing it.
Wow.
The beats, the rhymes, the stories, it's flawless. This is my best work. I saved the best for last. You know, if you're going to walk off the stage and do a mic drop, save the best for last, okay? And I I gave this my heart. And like I tell people, pain is creativity's greatest medicine. It's the most beautiful thing. I took that pain and just channeled in 15 songs, Artis Odorous, and we starting that with Doing Me Wrong. It's a love song for all of us. Yes, and that's where we at now, man. And we gonna see what it's gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm doing 5,000 streams a month. I can't complain. 45 and doing 5,000 streams a month on the word of mouth and just quality of the content. Man, please.
What?
Yes, I got 10,000 followers. It took me 5 years to get these guys, but they know what we about. They know where we going, and they love that vintage, authentic, 100% pure, uncut, ready rock, red top, hip hop, baby. That's all it's about, man. It's that real deal, man. Yeah, so get ready. And we turn the notch up. We had a little bit of bleeps and blunders when y'all was down here, but I got something for Las Vegas. They better put a diaper on, okay? Put your diapers on before you come to this show. I'm gonna have mine depend on. Put yours on, because you're gonna need it, okay? You're gonna need it. I'm hungrier now than a starving fat kid, okay? You believe me.
I can
This
feel it.
energy, yes, this energy, we taking it over there. You ain't seen nothing, okay? You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. This is motherfucking hip hop, all right? This is hip hop, baby. The way it's a battle sport, it's a blood sport, and I'm bringing nothing but plasma, okay? This is a blood sport, and I'm bringing nothing but plasma. Yeah, believe that.
He's
You know what I'm
coming.
saying? I could
How
care
do they
less what nobody
reach
else is
you?
doing. Man, let me tell
How
you.
do they reach you if they want to follow you?
Look, I'm everywhere. Just put in Big Black Brother Nasty. Spell it correctly. If you miss one letter, you're going to get a lot of black men with a lot of big packages. You got to spell it correctly, okay? Listen, B-I-G, B-L-A-K, B-R-U-T-H-A-N-A-S-T-Y. If you spell it correctly, you'll get served like you never got served before. If you misspell it, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's on you. You better have a VPN if you misspell it. I spell it for you one more time. B-I-G, B-L-A-K, B-R-U-T-H-A-N-A-S-T-Y. I'm on every platform. Check the videos. Go to YouTube. The videos are bananas. They got 50,000 spins on the rip of the mouth, just people talking, you know what? So just look for the old man. This energy is 24/7 when it comes to hip hop. If we ain't talking hip hop, you might as well put me in the cast. Let me sleep.
Well,
Yes, sir.
ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. You heard it. He's ready. And I'm ready and I'm excited, man. And I'm so happy that you came on the show, my brother.
Man, I'm just glad we got to do this. And let your ears get high. Let your ears smoke some of this, all right? Quit doing yourself a disservice. Find some of that Black Nasty. Put it in your headphones. Get high like I am. You want this energy? You got to play it. That's the only way you going to get it.
That's the only way you're going to get it. Big Black Brother Nasty is in the building. And brother, I'll see you real soon.
Very definitely real soon. Thumbs up. We salute you. Keep doing what you're doing. From Dallas to Vegas, we coming, baby. All right?
Let's shake the world, brother.
Shake the world, brother. Peace, love. Love somebody.
Much
and if you
love.
see an alien, hey, look. And if you see an alien, give them a hug. They homesick. They ain't want to cause no trouble. They homesick. All right?
All right, now.
All right, baby. Peace.
Well, we're excited. Now you get to be heard on both coasts, East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between. So
awesome. That's nice.
yeah. So how's the weather in Youngstown today?
Freezing. Not good.
Yeah. Cold and snowy as usual. Yeah. It's been a cold December so far.
It's been cold everywhere. I think there's a harsh winter ahead. So
it's already here.
Yeah.
We just got to buckle down and get through it. So at least we have music, right?
That's right. Yeah.
To keep us warm.
Yeah.
So, well, excited to learn more about the band and kind of how the scene is where you are there and some of what your plans are. So excited to dive right into this. And, you know, you guys have anybody that thinks rock and roll is dead needs to check their own pulse, because it certainly isn't. When we have bands like Turbo Lovers, welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. We're so excited to be sharing your music with everyone here. So how are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good. Good. Like I said, thanks for having us. We just put out a new record a couple weeks ago. It's called Working Blue, which yeah, it's so far so good. Everybody's really liked what they've heard. So yeah, it's been good. We're doing a release show for it here in a couple weeks, and then we'll pick back up things you know, after the new year.
Awesome. Well, it's fun. And now you're already doing some performing. You've shared some stages with some prestigious names already. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're kind of one of the go-to bands around here for like when sort of the 80s or 90s sort of rock acts come through, whatever. So we get to open for a lot of those, and I think if you've just been around as long as we have, people kind of can't like you start to get those gigs after a while when you've been around for as long as we've been doing it. So we've been doing it for what, 12 years now, the three of us. So yeah, I mean, it's just one kind of leads one kind of leads into the other. But yeah, we've got to open for a lot of cool bands like Kix, Loverboy, Sebastian Bach, gosh, I'm
Stephen Pearcy.
blanking, Stephen Pearcy, Everclear, yeah, Fuel, Ace Frehley. So yeah, it's been good, man. And then those crowds are all pretty pretty receptive to us and stuff too. And it's great too because they usually buy a lot of merch as well, so that always helps out.
That's fun. And that says a lot for you guys too, because to be first call on something, means you got to be good at what you do and at your craft and, be practicing and getting together and you have your sound and everything else. So that's awesome because some people want those spots and they don't get them, but you guys put in the work to also position yourself to be ready for those opportunities. So that's awesome that you've put this thing together. Now, I've read some things about you. You've got the raw punch of AC/DC and the glam snarl of Kiss. So who doesn't love both those bands? And you kind of bring a lot of those elements into your music. So any other influences in some of the sounds that we're hearing from you guys?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
there's a bunch. Yeah, I mean anything rock or metal kind of comes into the fold. I mean,
we got some pop influences as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Huey Lewis comes to mind.
Huey Lewis comes to mind, but with the rock stuff, I mean, Danko Jones, the Super Suckers, pretty much anybody that was in that gets played on Hair Nation. You know what I mean? We're on Sirius XM. We're into. I mean, Metallica. There's some heavier edge stuff too. It's a little bit of everything. We kind of try to pull from a variety of stuff. But yeah, like Chris said, there's some pop elements to it too. Bryan Adams a little bit too in there. So yeah, we try to incorporate a little bit of it all. With rock, it's kind of like you're kind of in a kind of a confined box when you're playing rock music, right? So it's like you kind of got to try to make it as interesting as you can within that box before it becomes kind of something else. So we try to kind of tackle every spot. We explore as much of that box as we could possibly get.
You got to throw the confetti on there.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So are all three of you originally from the Youngstown area?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
And was music kind of something that was always in your lives? How did you all three cook up? When did that happen?
Yeah, we've all been in bands together, or we've all been in bands kind of preceding this. We knew each other kind of from the music scene, and Turbo Lovers it started as a recording project, and there was a couple like just sort of real sort of short lineups that were with the band. We played out live a little bit with a couple of different. It was kind of then it wasn't really a band; it was kind of me and then whoever I could get to play the songs. When these guys joined, then it kind of became the full band. You know what I mean? So we've been doing it, ever since for the last 12 years. But yeah, we met, like I said, about 12 years ago. We got together and started jamming. And this
before that, we used to play shows together, actually in two different bands.
Mm-hmm.
And then when both of our bands kind of broke up, it just kind of happened naturally that we just came together.
It's nice when that happens.
Not
everybody gets along and gets together like that. So it's a little magical.
That is a true story. Yeah. We're lucky in that regard.
Yeah. And so you've got this album that just came out and it's already out now, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's available wherever you stream music at. You can get it. If people want physical copies, they can get it off of our Bandcamp page too. We have CD copies.
Now, any upcoming shows that you've got? Are you going to be going on the road? Is that kind of something that you're wanting to do?
Getting into next year. So for this year, we have one in our hometown here on December 20th at a bar called the Royal Oaks, which is just a little local watering hole here that we've played a bunch of times in the past. Next year, there's a couple sporadic dates, but we're kind of waiting to see because all those bands, like I said, it's cool that we get to open for all these different bands, but we're waiting for a lot of tour announcements to happen pretty much. You know what I mean? So to see kind of what we can hop on and what we can kind of do and sort of be a part of. Everybody kind of waits till right after the new year, and then there'll be nothing, and then there'll be like 70 tour announcements within the first couple of weeks of January. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what exactly, we want to sort of pick and choose and try to hop on for 2026.
So when it comes to writing and putting it all together, is this like a collective effort of all three of you, or is there one of you that does a lot of the lyrics, or how does that dynamic work?
I usually bring like a sort of a verse and a chorus idea generally. And then I'll bring that to the band, and then the rest of the song kind of goes from there. I every once in a while I'll write a full song on my own, but more often than not, it's oh, I have this idea. Let's try to work this out, and then I bring it to these guys, and they'll add their parts. We'll add the how we're going to start the song, how we're going to end the song. Keith always sort of trims it down. Chris comes up with a bunch of different suggestions as far as like different drum beats, different parts that can go with it. So yeah, it's
collaborated effort.
Yeah.
Lyrically it's mostly BJ.
Yeah, lyrically it's all BJ.
But as far as musically, I think we collaborate with a lot of ideas, bounce ideas off each other, and build from there.
And where do you think you are as far as the rock scene as a whole? It's hit and miss. So I miss a lot of eras of rock music, from the 70s to the 90s. I think was probably my favorite 3 decades.
Yeah,
and
not
then,
a question.
we get into the early 2000s, and there just seemed to be some stuff that was just misfiring and just wasn't hitting right,
Yeah.
You want
Couldn't agree
music
more.
that makes you move. So where do you think you are in the midst of all this, bringing stuff out now? And also, your individuality as a band, you don't want to be defined too either by necessarily the groups you open for, but having your own, identity. How are you feeling about the scene right now? Not just in Ohio, but just as a whole for rock music.
Well, I mean, for us, we're probably a day late and a dollar short, to be honest with you. Because the rock scene, like you said, it's hard because a lot of the icons of that scene are retiring or kind of, or they're retiring or dying, or unfortunately, so like there's a lot of bands that just aren't out there kind of doing it anymore. There are a lot of rock bands now that are still going, and there's a lot of younger rock bands that are happening as well too. We kind of fall in the middle of that. We're kind of between, you know what I mean? So sort of. We're kind of newer, but it's we're middle aged. So, but yeah, no, I mean it's just we try to carve out sort of our own little niche as much as we can. I mean we use those opening gigs to try to build the fan base, and then we come back to do our own shows. And those shows, we've got a lot of fans through those, whatever, that have stuck with us, whatever. So yeah, I mean we kind of just try to do our own thing, and yeah, we're trying to carve out our little niche. But like you said, it's tough because rock is not
not mainstream anymore.
It's not mainstream anymore. I mean, unless unless we were to go to Europe or something like that, you know what I mean? I mean, Europe is a totally different animal, and it's way more supportive. I think, and it's also not as vast, you know what I mean? Just logistically to tour America is way harder than, I mean, you can hit a lot more spots in Europe and a lot more big markets there, where America is just so spread out, you know what I mean? You have the coasts, and then that whole big vast middle part where a lot of those shows are can be really hit or miss.
Right. And you're right about, the Europe circuit, because you could be on the train and be in 4 different countries in one day. So
right. Yep.
It's real easy to get around. So, well, we need to change that, and kind of bring back, and maybe there needs to be a rock revival. I mean, there's no better time to start than now. And, and we're in an age too, I think, that it's hip at any age to produce great music. You think we have a lot of life. We've lived a lot of life, so you have a lot more material to write about and to pull from. So there's you have an edge in a lot of ways, from your experience and just things that we go through. So never discount that when it comes to creating. So it's definitely.
I think we've evolved. Like, I mean, this is the 4th full length that the 3 of us have done together. And yeah, the material is definitely it's all been rock, but I think we're a lot better at songwriting in general than we were at the start. We're better at weeding ideas out that aren't necessarily going to work, and finding stuff that's going to kind of resonate a little bit more. So hopefully we can keep continuing that, and get as many ears on it as we possibly can.
Now let's talk about the name of the band. So you've had a little backlash for the name being a Judas Priest song,
Yeah, so
but who does that matter to, really? It's your name and your band.
it started we got the reason it's called Turbo Lover. So it started that I didn't have a name when I did this as a recording project years ago. So I was just just I'll name it after the Judas Priest song because I was listening to a bunch of Priest and stuff. That I love Judas Priest and I love that record too. I love that song. Or I wouldn't have named the band. So, but so I named it that, and I was kind of thinking of some other names, whatever. Well, then Classic Rock Magazine in the UK picked up on the first record I put out under that name, and they gave it a great review. And so I was like, well, I think I'm stuck with that name now, which wasn't bad, and it still isn't bad overall. The only time it stinks now is there's so many tribute acts out now, like so many tribute acts now. Like the market is just flooded with tribute acts. So we get a lot of times it's, oh, you're a Judas Priest tribute band, right? And it's like, no, we're not. Like, so it's hard to name your band after a song anymore. That used to be kind of a common thing that bands would do, back in the day. And you wouldn't get too many sort of eyebrows raised at that, thinking that it's a tribute band. But now that the scene is like, 75% tribute bands, you know what I mean? It's interesting, but it's, for better or worse, that's our name. You know what I mean? I mean, and people do. I mean, they recognize that right away. It's an easy one to remember because everybody knows the song "Turbo Lover" by Judas Priest pretty much if you're a rock or metal fan. So it does help us stand out a little bit in that regard, which is nice.
It's BJ's fault.
It is my fault.
It's yeah. And normally it's like a one-time thing. Someone will come to the show and be like, "Oh man, we thought you guys were a Judas Priest tribute band," and I'm like, "No, sorry." And then like hopefully they like us after that. They're like, "You know what? It would all worked out because like we kind of like you guys." So I'm like, all right, cool, that worked out.
Yeah, there's lots of different ways to play on that too, to your advantage, definitely. So, the name of the show is called Mental Margarita. So I'm going to ask each of you to answer this question. Mental Margarita is kind of finding your passion, your getaway, how you find center. For a lot of us, I'm an artist also. I play keyboards and sing, and music is probably my first getaway and has been my whole life. But you can have more than one. It's different for everybody. But what is your mental margarita? How do you get away from it all, in a busy day or things get a little crazy? You can decide who goes first on this one. But I'd like to hear from each of you. What's your mental margarita?
Well, definitely music. Besides the everyday, hustle of life, and we all like to escape to music. I think all three of us can agree with that. Yeah. But outside of music, we enjoy golf. We like to golf a lot. I enjoy the outdoors a lot, and there's not a lot of time to do a lot of things outside of the band. To be honest, that is our main focus, and I think it's an escape for all three of us. So.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
So who has the best golf score among you?
BJ.
I think we're the only rock band that I know where all the members play golf, though.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that's a thing. I mean, your Alice Cooper goes and plays golf, whatever, and stuff, and but I don't know. And there's like there'll be like I know a couple of the guys in Iron Maiden will play golf and stuff too. But
Jerry Cantrell, I know, plays golf.
We're like the only band I know where everybody plays golf.
Yeah, I think we're the only band.
So we put out a challenge to any other rock band out there, we'll do a scramble, our band versus yours, but there's
nobody else that'll play.
There's nobody else to play. Yeah.
You could have a really cool lane right there to travel down and create a whole rock and roll golf tournament. You could be onto something there, so that might be worth looking into.
Yeah. There's some people in the golf world that are kind of crossover a little bit, kind of into the rock scene, somewhat. Rich Lerner, who's on the Golf Channel, this is super inside, whatever, is a huge metalhead and stuff. So like he is, and I know he's friends with Tim Ripper Owens, who is the singer in Judas Priest, who's not far from us in Akron and stuff too, and he plays golf and stuff too. So there's like a little bit of a connection. Sometimes those worlds will sort of cross over.
Awesome. All right, who's next?
I'll go next. My thing, besides music, and anybody that knows me knows, I'm a huge Raiders fan. Die hard, live and breathe it. It's painful, but
go Raiders.
Yeah, love the Raiders.
Man, we got some tears after this week's game. We're still shedding some tears.
It's every week. It's not just this week. It's every week. Every week, But I live and die with that. So And hopefully one day in my lifetime they win another Super Bowl. That's all I want. That's all I want. But yeah, there's that, and then of course,
That's what it can happen.
Well,
it can
that's
happen.
what they keep saying. That's what they keep saying. It's like it has to happen. I need it to. It has to. It has to. I spent too much time and effort and money on the team. So
We need another quarterback again.
Well, don't worry, we'll get one.
Ongoing
Yeah,
thing.
every year. Yeah, every year we need a new quarterback. Hopefully this year we actually draft one. That would be nice. So start from fresh.
That'll work. Yep.
Yeah.
So
no baggage.
Correct. Exactly. No baggage. Start completely fresh. But I can go off on a tangent about the Raiders if you want, but I'll like totally like take over this whole thing. So we better get back on the track here.
So yeah, outside of music, obviously golf. I'm a Browns fan, which isn't much better. Chris at least roots for somebody that has won something in this millennium. He's a Steelers fan. But yeah, music, golf. My job, I work for it's called Youngstown Studio. It's a podcast interview studio. So we host a lot of shows and stuff down there. So I'm constantly editing video and doing that sort of stuff. I come from a journalism background, so I was an entertainment writer for years. So I still write. So yeah, a little bit of that too. And then I think all of us would probably say our significant others too, as far as like getaways and just to kind of chill. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just as the, I think with all that, it keeps us all pretty busy. There's definitely no shortage of hobbies kind of in this band and sort of outside stuff that we do in addition to music. It's just kind of gets challenging trying to find the time for it all sometimes. But yeah, there's always, we're always doing cool stuff. Like I said, sometimes in the summer, obviously it's winter here and the weather sucks. So yeah, there's times in the summer where we don't even we're skipping band practice or not doing gigs because we'd rather go play golf. Whatever. That happens sometimes just because it's like, let's get together and play golf here instead, just because
unfortunately we don't have the opportunity all the time here. It's like 6 months you have a chance, 6 months you don't. Mm-hmm. So, you got to kind of take advantage of the opportunities. Which is unfortunate, but it is the way.
And it's a great way to stay active, and we want people to be healthy, especially our fellow artists, because so many of them have some unhealthy habits, and we've all had our share over the years, on and off. So it's important to be here for the ones we care about and take good care of ourselves. So golf is a great way to do that. So thank you for sharing that, because we want to encourage other artists too to be active and get out and We like to stay in and shed our music a lot, but we also need to get out and live a little too and get some sunshine. Yeah. So
a message for all the youngsters: get out.
Yeah, we got to unplug. We got to unplug sometimes. So, And now, how do people follow you? How are we going to keep track of these new music coming out and when you're going to be performing?
So just go to turbolovers.net. All the links are there for, all our socials and stuff too. I mean, it's the Turbo Lovers on Facebook. I think but yeah, all the links, just turbolovers.net's the easiest way. People just go there. That's always updated with our shows. And like I said, all our social media links are on there as well as our contact info and, our videos and music and stuff as well. So yeah, that'll direct anybody in the right place.
Awesome. We'll make sure the audience knows how to get a hold of you, how to follow. And we're excited for everyone to be able to hear your music now in Las Vegas and beyond. So very excited. Thank you so much for being on the show. And we really enjoyed getting to hear a little bit more about what you're working on. And keep in touch for those updates so we know what's happening.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. Yeah,
thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you.
Take care.
Well, I'm a stranger in a strange land, even though my name's on the marquee. I've never been in such a wasteland, and everybody's staring back at me. We're giving it all just like we used to, when it's the only thing that we all know. Looks like we're gonna be working blue, and everybody's waiting for the show. Waiting for the show. Waiting for the show. Well, I've seen all I need to see. The scene is beyond belief. When you major in major case, then you're a rock and roll casualty. Well, I've seen all I need to see. The scene is beyond belief. When you major in major case, then you're a rock and roll casualty. Well, it was shady from the word go. I can't believe I ever would agree to bomb so hard and all my good clothes. Well, how did this become reality? We'll give it all just like we used to, and it's the only thing that we all know. Looks like we're gonna be working blue, and everybody's waiting for the show. Waiting for the show. Waiting for the show. Well, I've seen all I need to see. The scene is beyond belief. When you major in major case, then you're a rock and roll casualty. Well, I've seen all I need to see. The scene is beyond belief. When you major in major case, then you're a rock and roll casualty. I've seen all I need to see. The scene is beyond belief. When you major in major case, then you're a rock and roll casualty. Well, I've seen all I need to see. The scene is beyond belief. When you major in major case, then you're a rock and roll casualty.
You deserve to feel great about the way you look. A Beauty by Design provides expert permanent makeup and training in Henderson, Nevada. They also perform scar camouflage, paramedical tattooing, and so much more. Certified permanent makeup technicians are in high demand, and A Beauty by Design offers the best hands-on training program to prepare you for the industry. Call 702-872-3022 or visit abeautybydesign.com. That's abeautybydesign.com. Did you know that lifespan issues, migraines, weight problems, cardiovascular issues, and psychological issues such as anxiety, depression, ADHD, and even Alzheimer's can all be related to poor sleep health? Meet Dr. Jerry Hu, triple board certified in dental sleep medicine and founder of Nevada Dental Sleep of Henderson. Dr. Hu offers a variety of specialized treatment options for children with sleep breathing problems, veteran and active duty military, and seniors. Book your appointment today by visiting nevadadentalsleep.com or call 702-478-8869. That's 702-478-8869.